Lady from Utah, Ms. Love, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have to tell you, you have an idea of how dangerously powerful some of these regulatory agencies are before you get here, but I can't tell you how shocked I am in getting here and realizing the casualness where we talk about collecting people's private information. The casualness in saying, it's okay, don't worry about it, we're here to protect you. We know everything, we're bigger minds than you are, and we can handle things for you. It is absolutely shocking to me the amount of power these regulatory agencies have over the American people. I have a couple of questions. As I've gone into learning a little bit more about the CFPB, I have several concerns, but I want to focus, first of all, on some of the data collecting, which raises privacy concerns, and second of all, what is being done with that data. These are the questions, by the way, that's not just coming from me, they're coming from my constituency. So I do this work on behalf of them. We've learned that the way that the CFPB uses data and interprets the data was highly suspect, and that the results, the supposed redress that the CFPB imposed on the marketplace was not correlated with the actual harm. There was a lot of guesswork involved, and the guesswork resulted in the CFPB imposing more requirements on the auto lending market, which results in higher costs and less choices for the consumer. So now, in addition to the auto sales, the CFPB has also been collecting data, as we've heard today, regarding credit reports, credit cards, mortgages, student loans, payday loans, overdraft fees, and other financial data. Over the past year, I've been here in this committee. I've been investigating some of that activity, specifically in regards to payday loans and overdraft fees. So my question for the panelists is, what other CFPB actions do you see on the horizon? What other disappearing options, as you would say, for services that consumers, when they're looking at, need to worry about losing?
If I may, Congresswoman,
yes.
One of the areas we're particularly concerned about is the ability to serve the market for short-term and small amount loans. Our estimate is that there are 54 million customers each year in the market for small loans, short-term loans. These are loans for less than a year. And the Bureau is on the verge of decreasing significantly the access to those kinds of resources. They have a payday lending rule that they're about to come out with, and estimates are will eliminate 80% of that market in one decision. We're concerned about they're looking at overdraft, where a number of people who have bank accounts use the opportunity to overdraw their account a little bit to be able to obtain immediate short-term credit for a variety of needs, from a vacation to a major emergency that takes place at their home. And yet we've looked at the way they've exposed data on this. One data segment that they put forward indicated that, in their view, the median average overdraft is $24, for which people paid $34. If they actually look at what happens with all of the data for an institution, they discover that the amount of credit that customers receive versus what they pay for it for overdraft is something like 7 to 8 times the amount of the fee. But by manipulating the data in ways that no one can really get at and challenge, they end up promoting policies that could choke off the opportunity for overdrafts to be a source of credit for millions of people.
So far, what I've seen is the people that they have vowed to protect are the ones that are being hurt the most. And I just want to say, because I'm not here to necessarily change the minds of my colleagues, because a lot of the minds have been made up on both sides of the aisle. I'm here to make sure that we're transparent and we give a fair warning, a warning to the American people that if we continue to allow this to happen, the only people that are at risk are the American people. Let me just say right now, this is a fair warning that if we are not vigilant, if we do not cry out, make our voices heard, that this is, first of all, unacceptable. Second of all, we're smart enough to make decisions in our homes and for ourselves. And if we do not do something now, then the only people that are at risk, that have the risk of losing everything, is the American people. And I yield back.